First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They'll start with the option. Gets by him at the 25. Another nice move. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying,
and now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Here's Watson. And he's got it. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Harrison Bryant from 3 yards out. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. The drive will start with an option going left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And Chubb try the middle here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now it's Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
Oh, a good one. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I bet you want it, boys. Let's go, man. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Come on, baby. Whatever it takes, I'll get it. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Now a first down throw. Watson. His throw incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. And he'll hit the slant route. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense so far on third down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. Watson now to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Chubb is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and goal, Watson dancing to his left. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Second down at 7.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On third down, Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another run here with Dobbins.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Watson looks to throw again. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. To the air yet again, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Chubb will get the call running left, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you're
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught by OBJ. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. wisely will throw that one away.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Watson.
That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now. Here's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Watson. Right back to Njoku. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
York able to send this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And Jackson throwing once more.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Dobbins running out of the gun.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now Jackson. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him throw that challenge flag.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Dobbins.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to match the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead.
125 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Three yards remain for second down.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Chubb will try the middle here.
To the 36-yard line, stop there. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
To throw is Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
He was looking for his time. Andrews there, and it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Faking the give, now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 7, 1:50 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go.
Jackson to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Throwing, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Jackson.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Now Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.